Well, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday. Welcome to Tuesday. Welcome to October the 17th, 18th. 18th. Welcome in. Hope everybody is looking forward to a wonderful day. Good morning, Vanessa, Carrie, Melly. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. It's been, I got up the right time. Had a little extra long meditation session this morning and had an extra long time in my journaling. So I apologize for that. That's sort of what I want to make sure that if you guys were down, that we were going to do a call. And sound like everybody, the consensus was you were. Sorry about missing yesterday, but of course, a lot of us were at a golf tournament in Brazelton yesterday at Tradition. So that was super cool. Thanks to everybody who came out, Vanessa and Cynthia and Joni and Barbara. Of course, Christy was holding it down. Anna was there. Thank y'all so much for being there and showing up. AD, we missed you, man. Anthony Davis, you're always at an event, so hopefully you're good. We missed you being there. I know everybody missed you guys being there. Anthony and Jamal were always at golf tournaments, so I'm sure everybody missed you guys being there. But good, man. Great showing. Good showing for Exit Realty Lake Country in Jackson County, which is what Christy wanted to do when she paid for that sponsorship and got us a whole sponsorship and then got us the golf cart sponsorship. We were everywhere. I mean, I didn't even see any of the other sponsors there. They didn't have a banner. I mean, I guess they had a banner up front, but our logo was on every single golf cart. It was on the scorecard. So it was really, really cool and a really cool introduction and a really cool showing by Exit Realty Lake Country in Jackson County. So great job, everybody. Hope are we running here? Are we behind? Looks like the feed. Are we good? Is the feed good, y'all? Because I'm frozen on my other monitors. Can anybody see what's going on? Anyone? I don't know. Hey, good morning, Michelle Tilson. What's happening? The feed is frozen, it looks like. I don't know. Is it good? Okay, we're good. All right. Good morning, Anna Davis. So this morning, okay, I don't know what the deal was. Mine's not showing up real well, so I don't know what. I'm gonna get out of this. Maybe it could be my app. I'm gonna start over again. So this morning, one of the things I was running this morning, and one of the things that hit me pretty strong today, and it's something that sometimes we have to be reminded. We're talking so much. We talk so much about all the things we should be doing. We talk so much about our dreams and our desires and the goal and push and drive and that thing. And good morning, Lynn. How are you? We talk so much about that end result. We talk so much. Good morning, Brookie. We talk so much about that end result. We talk so much about that goal. I talk so much about the mindset. I talk so much about, getting your heart right and your belief systems and all those things. And we really, really, I know I do. And I say I'm including Christy in this, but I certainly harp on the fact that it's so important for you to, have a goal, to, have time blocking, to have things set aside so that you're spending quality time doing the things that need to be done in the direction of your dreams and desires. And we talk about that, your mindset. We talk about your belief set, your heart, and what this is, and all those things. But this morning it hit me, and I just want to remind, and it was a real simple statement. And the statement this morning was, you're beautiful. Simple as that. I mean, you stop for a second and just hear those words. When you think about the fact that you are wonderfully made, when you think about the fact that you're uniquely made, when you think about the fact that there's not anybody like you, a simple statement like you're beautiful. And when I heard that, it reminded me that our paths have crossed and our worlds have crossed because I'm supposed to be reminding you every single day that you're beautiful. I'm supposed to be reminding you every single day that you were fearfully and wonderfully made. Sorry, I'm trying to do something in the background here. That you were fearfully and wonderfully made. That the purpose that you've been created with, the mind that you've been created with, the heart that you've been created with, it's beautiful. And my job is to, from the outside, speak to you and edify you and build you up and help push you to the place where the outside words connect to the inside words. Because so many times we sit with ourselves and don't believe we're beautiful. So many times we sit with our own thoughts and our own emotions. We sit with our own issues and our own problems. We sit with all the things that are happening in our lives, and we start to blame. We start to take the guilt on. We start to take on all this stuff that it's my fault that this is happening, or it's my responsibility to change this person, or I've got to do something different in this situation. When really, I truly believe that sometimes those things happen to stop us, to slow us, to put us in a stationary place, and for us to go back into ourselves and realize that we're beautiful, that we were fearfully and wonderfully made. And then the connection from the inside to the outside, when we can start to feel we're getting closer to that, when we start to feel like we're getting closer to making that connection between the inside and the outside, when we start to feel like we're making that connection from the beauty we feel about or the beauty that other people feel about us to the beauty we feel about ourselves, when those two things start to connect, that's when magic happens, man. That's when I got chills right now thinking about this. That's when the world looks different. That's when the words sound different. The relationships are different. The community becomes different. You show up. I mean, there's all kinds of things that I could say about this. But my job this morning for you is to remind you you're beautiful. That you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and that no matter what you're going through, the fact remains you're beautiful. If a tree is standing in a storm and the storm's blowing and the leaves are blowing and the limbs are blowing and limbs get broken off and things happen, and that tree, through the storm and through the rain and through the fire and through the bugs and the pests and all the things that come to destroy that tree, because sometimes nature comes at that tree to try to destroy it. And it'll batter it, and it'll beat it, and it'll break it. But the tree still stands. The tree goes through the fall. The tree goes through the winter. And then the tree comes into the spring. And it's beautiful. And provides joy and happiness to everybody around it. We've got to be like that. We've got to be able to accept the fact that there's stuff that's going to happen. There's excuse me, there's storms that are going to come. There's rain and wind and fire and pestilence and all these things that are going to come at us. That's the way life works. We've got to go through those things to be successful. Change requires the pain. The growth requires death. The fact that nature and this life for us, it provides challenging situations for us so that we can learn more about ourselves, so that we can become stronger in who we are as people, so that we can become more confident in who we are as individuals, so that we can realize, look in the mirror and realize you're beautiful. I'm proud of you. Through wind and fire and pestilence and bugs and limbs falling off and relationships going away and people saying this or people doing that, you're still beautiful. You still remain. The reason why we're reminded that everything works together for good for those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. And guess what? If you are loving yourself, if you are lifting yourself, if you are through your daily walk ministering to other people, helping your children be better, helping your spouse be better, helping yourself be better, you're doing the thing that God commanded you to do. You're doing the thing that God, your creator, commanded you to do, which was to be love and light to other people, to spread this message to other people. And when you are love and light individually, you can't help but show your love and light to other people. That's the way it works. You're doing and being God to other people. So my job this morning in this short call is to remind you that you're beautiful. And that every single day you wake up and look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you. You're beautiful. Keep it up. We laugh about it all the time. I remember, I'm going to show my age here just a little bit because I remember back Saturday Night Live years and years ago, and you had Stuart Smalley, and Stuart Smalley sat by the mirror, and he'd have all these people that would come on Saturday Night Live, and Stuart Smalley, the character, would sit by the mirror, and he'd have the mirror beside him, and we used to make fun of it in the 80s and the 90s when he'd say, you are enough. I love you. You are special. And that was his voice. That's how he would say it. And we'd make fun of him because this self-affirmations and believing in yourself and positive self-talk and all those things weren't part of the 80s and 90s. That wasn't something that was there. It is part of 2022. It is part of us sort of realizing that's Lynn, that's it. You're beautiful. Be the light and keep shining. Keep shining. You freaking diamond. Keep shining. Keep shining. You're beautiful. When you watch this call this morning, I want you to get a pick me up. I want you to get a lift this morning. And doggone it, people like you. Carrie Leland, my girl, bam, bring it home. And doggone it, people like you. I remember the one that says that when he had Michael Jordan on there, and Michael Jordan got tickled. That's pretty funny. But as cheesy as that was, and as cheesy as maybe that is, that's exactly what I want you to do. That is exactly what I want you to do this morning. I want you to sit with you this morning, and I want you to affirm you. Steve Morrison announced something the other day, and it said, until your relationship with you is good, your relationship with other people isn't going to be good. Because the relationship with you is the foundation to the relationship with everybody else. The relationship with you is the foundational piece for your relationship with everybody else. So if you don't love you, how can anybody else love you? If you don't think you're beautiful, how can anybody else think you're beautiful? So I want you to remember this morning, you guys are stinking beautiful. No matter what happens, no matter what is said, no matter what goes on, guess what? Branches are going to break. Leaves are going to fall. Wind and storms are going to happen. People are going to talk about you behind your back. People are going to tell you no. Krista Seabolt, man, I'm gonna tell you what, that girl is an absolute hoot. She is a riot. She put a TikTok. She's done some freaking hilarious TikToks the other day. Guess what? Sellers are going to go list with somebody else. The buyers who are your friends, you were in elementary school together. You've known them your entire lives. You were at their bar mitzvah, or you sprinkled water on their baby's head, or you're their godparent. They're going to use somebody else to do the real estate transaction. That stuff's just going to happen. Branches are going to break. Leaves are going to fall. The fall and the winter, they come. But they're always followed by spring. There's never been a time, unless you're a dinosaur, and if you believe this stuff, there's never been a time when you've gone through life where the winter stays forever. The winter is always followed by the spring. And the spring always brings new life. And for every bad thing that happens, there's a good thing waiting to happen right behind it. And I promise you, the bad thing that you perceive that is happening or has happened, the good thing that's right behind it is of equal or better positive impact than the negative impact was of what you lost or what happened to you. I promise you, you just got to keep pushing. You got to keep saying, looking in the mirror, smiling, turn on the radio, believe in yourself, believe in your beauty, believe in your strength, believe in who you are. That's the key. You can't beat somebody who won't give up. Can't beat somebody that won't give up. Can't beat them in a fight. You can't outrun them. You can't outwork them. I want you to believe in you. The whole point of these calls, the whole point of what we do as a company, I think, the whole point of what Aaron and Christy try to accomplish with Exit Realty Lake Country is to help you believe in you, to create a company full of people who believe in themselves to the degree that they can change the world, who believe in themselves to the degree that they can go do world-class stuff, who believe in themselves to the degree that they don't let the stuff that happens around them beat them down. But the stuff around you is going to it's going to try. That doesn't take away from the fact that the stuff around you is going to try. Just because the tree is beautiful and it's in a beautiful yard and it's beside a beautiful stream and it's sitting out there and it's been there forever doesn't mean the storms aren't going to come beat against it. It doesn't mean a Japanese beetle is not going to try to eat it. It doesn't mean that the rain and the wind are not going to break branches. It doesn't mean that the ice and the snow aren't going to tear things off the tree. No, it doesn't mean any of that. You know, one of our greatest, and I'm gonna speak about 5 more minutes. I'm gonna get in the shower. One of the greatest things that we do, or one of the greatest superpowers that a human being has, is that we have the power to evolve. Okay, we have the power to change. We have the power to go different directions with who we are. Okay. I thought about this morning as I was walking in the driveway after my run, and y'all, I had a moment of weakness this morning. I'm just going to be honest with you. I had a moment of weakness. There's a place. So I don't know how this happens, but it's almost like when I run in Hartwell by the house, every single section of this run is uphill. I don't know how it happens. I really don't have any idea how it happens, but like you run uphill a little bit, downhill a little bit, uphill a lot, downhill a little bit, uphill a lot, kind of steady uphill. And so on the last one, it's tough. When I get to this little spot where I got to run the little gravel section, my legs are like screaming at me. And I had a little moment of weakness this morning. I had a moment of weakness this morning where I didn't believe I was beautiful. I had a moment of weakness this morning when there's about 100 yards of gravel that I turned from pavement to gravel back to pavement, that I quit. that I quit running, that I walked. Had a moment of weakness. Had a moment where my mind just didn't believe in my body. Had a moment where my body didn't believe what my mind was telling it. And I had a moment of weakness and I walked. Now, I repaid my weakness with longer. I ran further today, like past where I usually stop. I ran further and then turned around. So I paid myself back for that. But my point is, you're going to have moments of weakness. You're going to have those moments when you don't believe all the great words people say about you. And you're going to have moments of weakness when you don't feel as good as you did the day before, as you did 20 minutes before. But the beautiful thing about people, this is what I thought about when I walked in the driveway. You know, an eagle, when it's born, can only be an eagle. Now, that's a pretty cool deal. But that's all it's ever going to be, is an eagle. Same thing for a turkey. The only thing a turkey's going to be is a turkey. That's all it's ever going to be. Humans, we have the ability. Today, I can be really fit. Tomorrow, I could be not so fit. I could be a nurse, or I could be a preacher. I could be successful, or I could be average. I can change on a dime as a human being and change everything about me. I can move. I could sell this house in Hartwell and I could move to India and live on the beach. I could sell this house in Hartwell and go live someplace else. I could buy another house in another place. I can change my life on a dime. I have the ability to reason. I have the ability to change. I have the ability to do different things. But whatever you do on the outside, just remember all of that is hinged. All of that is attached to this in here. And how you feel in here affects everything you see out there. And how you feel in here, it affects everything you do out there. And everything you feel in here affects the way that other people feel about you out there. Not always perfect, not always grand. It's not always wonderful. And there are some days when the coffee doesn't taste as good as it does on other days. There are some days when the sunrise isn't as welcome as it is on other days. But I want you to remember, and I want you to take this with you today. You're beautiful. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, no matter what you experience, no matter what you go through, no matter the storm, no matter the pestilence, no matter the beetles, the bugs, and everything that's trying to take it away from you, I want you to remember you're beautiful. That you were fearfully and wonderfully made, and you are uniquely you. And that uniqueness, that specialness that you are, is the spark that fuels your greatness. Man, I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I've got to get off this thing and get in the shower. We're gonna be late. So, y'all say a prayer for us. We've got a meeting this morning. Just lift us up. Got a little meeting this morning, and then I'm headed back to Tennessee. So I will see you guys bright and early in the morning if I don't talk to some of you this afternoon. But love y'all. Be good. Be great. Be you. Bye, y'all.